I would have to resonate with the olds, and the olds don't watch as much. Double Deuces, Bago Boogo, Boogo Bago.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Wimbledon edition.
Yeah, today is episode 16. Recording this on July 13th. Just finished up the Wimbledon final. Another Sinner and Alcaraz extravaganza.
4 sets.
4 sets. I thought it would go 5. I was wondering if they're going to get close to their, what was it? How long was the French Open? Like 5?
5.5.
I thought it was going to be another long one, but...
This was about 3.5. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't 4. They never went to 5 sets. Sinner never let him get to play his full game. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. But I guess we can talk about what's on today's episode. Heaven Hill, Strawberries and Cream, a list of upsets at Wimbledon. A billionaire buys his way into a pro challenger.
Cash is king.
Court to camera, average Joes, local tennis segments, and so much more. Before we continue, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, share us with your friends. It helps out the channel. Support us on Buy Me a Coffee. I'll put a QR code somewhere on the screen. And the audio will be available wherever you get your podcasts. So I guess, now without talking about the French Open, because that's a little bit way back,
Yeah.
we kind of talked about how TNT did a way better job than ESPN did.
Yeah, I mean, we're fans, so we're not gonna give you in-depth analysis as journalists would, but we have it on during the day.
Yeah.
I like that it's in Europe because we don't have to stay up all night watching it.
6 hours ahead.
It ends around 6 p.m. our time. And I love the TNT coverage. What I loved about it was the host, the energy that the host... I think we talked about this the last time. The energy that he brought. Query was really good. They had Agassi, Jim Courier. I like Coco Vandeweghe. Now, they had some overlap of people here, but I just thought it was just flat and not even comparable.
I mean, by the numbers, like TNT killed it. I mean, they're up 94% on viewers over 2024. The men's final had 2.6 million viewers, is most watched since 2021. 800 million social media views between Bleacher Report and House of Highlights. I mean, they kind of killed it.
The numbers are deceiving because it's the Tennis Channel that it was on, and the Tennis Channel not everyone gets, even if you have cable. Everyone gets TNT.
Yeah.
So it's a little deceiving with that, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Someone could have just had TNT on, but still, it was. And they
I'm
had
just saying
basketball.
more people like there's people that you just don't have the Tennis Channel, or you have to pay extra for it. Whereas TNT, it's like, I'll just throw it on.
I guess same thing.
Like every
for
cable basic package has it.
Yeah, I guess the same thing for like.
You have to buy the sports package.
Right. Like Wimbledon was on mostly ESPN, Tennis Channel, and I think like today it's on now on ABC, like right now, even though it was already, it's not live. So
I think TNT is just more natural and less scripted and produced.
It's less stuffy.
Less stuffy.
Way less stuffy.
I know that they've had that crew for a long time, and I don't know, just the lady's a little old, Chris McKendrick, and just kind of compared to that Adam guy, just no energy at all.
Yeah.
When they brought the players onto the desk, it was like so serious, where the other one was like a lot more lighthearted and more fun, and the players seemed to open up more.
I don't know if you noticed, and I didn't notice this until like yesterday or maybe even earlier today, that TNT did their own coverage of the women's final, like 3:30 in the afternoon. They like replayed it and then called it, and they had Kyrgios, Dan Evans, Coco Vandeweghe talking about it as they're watching and just kind of giving their commentary. They couldn't do it live, obviously, because they didn't have the rights to do that. But because I saw this clip, and
I saw clips on Kyrgios's thing. I thought it was. I wasn't understanding where he was doing that.
Yeah, so they were like he was sitting there talking about. I just throw the set. He like as like the match is going on. This is live, not live, but replay, right? And he's just like, I would have done anything to change up as she's starting to like just get farther down the hole. Anna Samova on that final. It was just funny, you know, and way more interesting than I think what ESPN did. But
so people got upset because he pleaded to push in his girlfriend that one time. Is that why they're not having Kyrgios on TV anymore? Like the British is not having him either.
Oh, really? Not at all? BBC didn't want him at all?
I think there's some kind of backlash over that.
I don't know. I mean, BBC.
You know, Chris Everett's a legend and everything. I do not like. I'm not a fan of her like as a color commentator. And they have so much James Blake, and he just he seems like a cool dude. I know he runs the Miami, and he was on the pod with the Nothing Majors guy. He seems cool, but he just sounds. You know, people say that about me sometimes. Just like robotic and like stiff. Don't you think? He brings nothing.
It is kind of. Well, I don't remember what match he was calling. I was like, it was so boring.
Yeah.
And even commentary, the color commentary is
That's
more
what
like
I'm talking about.
The color commentary is more like black, gray, like just gray, just not.
Like
it's not
I learn something from Jim Courier every match I watch, and I think Martina's really good. I don't know who the woman. It was Lindsay Davenport.
Yeah, she's not. She's good. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
just
like
was
it.
not even close to as entertaining. And then they do these taped like pieces where they'll like go over a whole thing with Djokovic, and they'll have this guy like a kind of like a sideline reporter that already recorded it.
Oh, okay.
Those were awful.
I mean, I like Query on the desk, but I feel like even if you've watched any of the Something Major episodes, right, where the major guys do these quick ones throughout, even he'll like, sorry guys, I just got off the desk, and then he'll like just be a little candid, like, because the guy's asking, did you ask like Federer this? And he's like, oh, you know, I'm not even thinking because I'm a little nervous with everything else going on and being at Wimbledon, and I just wonder if like it's such a proper environment, you can't be as free as they were in
I
the
think
French.
ESPN is just more produced.
Yeah, it's way produced.
I love Brad Gilbert. I want to learn more about like the matchups, the coaching, the strategy. You get that from the players that recently played. That's why Kyrgios is good. I mean, John McEnroe is great, and same with Patrick McEnroe. But these, you know, I don't think they're close to Jim Courier.
No.
Like Jim Courier knows everything.
Yeah, so the coverage has been less than stellar.
Yeah.
You know, I watch it live, but it's in the background, and sometimes I go back to highlights. They're hard to find.
Well,
highlights.
ESPN and ESPN2, and then
not even the social
lot of
media
ESPN
stuff. Yeah.
Plus you need to watch a bunch of the matches, which is an additional thing you have to pay for.
How do you watch? You have ESPN? Is that how you watch it, or
through the ESPN app?
Yeah. Okay, so I got like the Disney Plus bundle with Hulu and ESPN, so I can just go into the Disney Plus app and watch it, which is kind of nice. It's a little not as kludgy as the ESPN app, in my opinion, but.
So do you get every match, or do you have to have?
No,
do you have to pay extra for ESPN Plus? Or?
Well, okay, so a while back when Disney Plus first came out, you know, they gave a deal like you would get Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus for like a really good deal. I don't remember what it was, 15, 12, it wasn't a lot of money a month. So I just kept that. I think it's maybe up to like 16, 18, maybe less than $20 a month. I don't know. Anyways, it's all in one app. I can watch Hulu stuff. I can watch Disney Plus stuff. I can watch ESPN stuff all in one app. I don't have to jump to different apps, which is kind of nice. So, and I always felt like the ESPN app's a little kludgy to me. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, it's hard to navigate.
It's very hard to navigate, where at least the Disney Plus app makes it a little easier to navigate.
But when you're in the Disney Plus, my question is... The stuff that's on ESPN Plus, like you get everything.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the same. It's just easier to navigate than the ESPN. But Yeah, like you said, commentary's kind of been bad. Not great. I don't want to say bad, but it's just not interesting.
Not as comparable. Like the other one, we just came off so much energy.
Yeah.
New Sloane Stephens.
Yeah.
Players that recently retired.
Mm-hmm.
Coco Vandeweghe recently retired. But she was on ESPN too.
Yeah.
That was the overlap.
I think
Jim Courier, Agassi.
I think Agassi was doing commentary for BBC at Wimbledon too. I've been curious to find that. I don't know.
ESPN needs to shake it up a little bit, and then they don't give Brad Gilbert much. He's great, and now they have James Blake always on the desk or doing matches.
Boring.
Sorry, Blake.
Oh, we love you, James Blake, but it was I don't know, just not as interesting. All right, so let's talk about Wimbledon before we jump into players. There's different ways, like any Grand Slam, to get in, but I think Wimbledon's a little more unique. They have like 5 different types of entries into this event. There's a public ballot. Apparently, it's run by the All England Club. It's just a lottery.
Yeah.
That you can participate in, and then you get face value. There's the queue, which I don't know anyone else that has this. You can basically get into this queue. People sometimes camp out just for tickets for that day. People get there like 4 a.m. We saw a bunch of videos on Instagram and social media, but people just kind of hanging out. And if you get lucky, you can get in. That's kind of cool. I mean, no one else.
It seems super organized. They have people like it's their job to just get the line. Like, it takes out the online bots stealing every ticket that's online in Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can just go to Ticketmaster and buy tickets.
I think there's a limited amount of online resale, but I mean, it seems like the British version of tailgating for a tennis tournament. The queue, hang out in the queue, camping out, hanging out, a little bit, not to the same degree. I guess if you got the money, there's a hospitality ticket, which has all the bells and whistles.
So if you were coming as a tourist, and to guarantee, you would need to do that.
And then the other is a Demager ticket. It's 5 years, and it's kind of like a hospitality ticket. You get access to like the whole VIP treatment, but it's a 5-year commitment ticket.
So
that
kind of like a seat license for the NFL, where you get the right to have it. Probably,
I think so. Yeah. I didn't realize that. I mean, I just never thought about it. Like, well, you just go to an event, but then started seeing these videos of people camping out.
By far, this is the most. I guess it's got the most history, the most famous. This is the most famous tennis tournament.
Oh, it's got some prestige.
So it's like the Masters and Wimbledon. I kind of compare the two. Like,
yeah. This is totally that. Yeah, it's totally that of tennis, and it's got stature, and it's one of the shortest tennis seasons, out of all of them.
And
it's only
the Brits are huge into tennis. Like, I think that's like one of their top 3 sports.
And the ticket prices, I mean, I asked AI, anywhere from $41 for grounds up to $410 for premium.
Yeah, I think if you're waiting in that queue, it's just random if it's court 1, the show courts, or just the grounds pass.
I think you can pick which one, but you got to pick which queue you want to get into if you're going to buy a grounds pass, or you're going to buy a show court. But I don't know, it seems like a cool like bucket list thing for sure, but I didn't realize there's all these different.
But if you were coming from the U.S., like, you would just get a package, right? There's no way you're gonna go and be like, oh, I'm not guaranteed tickets, I'm just gonna go wait in line.
I'm gonna
buy a tent in the UK. I don't even know, they don't have Walmart and all these stores that we have.
They're gonna charge extra because you're from the U.S.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a tent and then I'm gonna wait in line. Yeah,
you're gonna do the hospitality packages for sure, or one of the, or maybe get lucky on an online resale.
Resale, when people leave, you can buy their ticket.
Right.
It's not resale, someone just buying and reselling, like scalping.
Well, I mean, I wonder if someone buys a Demager ticket and like sells it for like that day or something,
Maybe.
Because like, I'm just judging this in comparison to concert VIP tickets like around here when I look, and I mean, that's how I get VIP tickets, usually on resale anyway. So it's possible. I mean, if you can sell it.
It's cool. Though. I like the concept.
Yeah.
It eliminates a lot of the scalping.
Yeah, for sure. Strawberries and cream obviously is a big thing.
Yeah, the cool thing that I learned is that they pick the strawberries fresh every day.
Every
at
day?
6 a.m. They pick them and then they ship them to be there at 9.
Wow. And
Yeah.
can you imagine, like, all the work to get the grounds, like, each day? And
They look perfect, too.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're known for. Like, English are known for their gardening and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be, like, immaculate on the grounds. And it's in a village, which is... I didn't go there, but I know where it is. You know, I lived in London for a few months as a student.
You're
and,
exchange student. Yeah, cool.
It's like on the... It would be like long... Yeah, it's not a great analogy for you. I'm a New Yorker, so it would be like Long Island to New York. So it's like a suburb, kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's like outer borough type of suburb, like from the actual city. Like London.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and then they have their drink, the Pimm's. It's a gin-based liquor. What would you read? It was a Dr. Pepper with a twist?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It said it was... I think they mix it with lemonade at their drink at Wimbledon.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think I saw that
Pimm's
too.
is a liqueur.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a huge liqueur fan in general. Like, they always, like, ugh. But...
Yeah, that can be kind of
I don't
gross.
know. We haven't tried it, so we can't knock it.
Well, when you get on the take your bucket list item and have your package, and you get some Pimm's and see if
They have it
lives
on
up to
tap, and it
expectations.
looks like they're selling a ton of it.
All right.
English people love drinking, too.
All right, let's talk about some of the players. So we had a couple retirements.
Yep.
Uh,
Kvitka, she won it. She had a situation in her career where an intruder was in her apartment and cut her hand.
totally forgot about this stuff. Yeah.
She eventually came back with that. But I don't think she ever was at the peak of her game. Always a great player. I believe she's Czech, right?
I want to say so.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
I think she also had a baby and came back on the tour.
Yep, you're right. She's Czech.
But yeah, a great player
lefty.
and champion.
And
Funini.
Sorry.
This guy's like 5'9", 5'10", and an amazing ball striker and just showman.
Absolutely. Such a showman.
He married another player. I'm drawing a blank. She won the U.S. Opening versus Serena. Pella or something like that.
Flavia Pannetta.
Pannetta.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember.
And yeah, an amazing player, always dangerous, a little guy with a lot of power and a shot maker. Whenever I watch his matches, they were always fun.
Well, his first round, was it 5 sets against?
He took Alcaraz to 5 sets. Son was there. Go out on a high note.
And he had a press conference, I think.
Yeah.
It was just effective immediately. It's not like I'm going out the end of the year. He's just done. Just done. So
I don't think he won a match all year, though.
Oh, really? I didn't look at his record.
I think it's like 0-14 for the year.
Oh, wow. Oh.
30s. I mean, he was good, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you'll have to look up the stats, but I want to say he was top 10 at one time.
I want to say you're right, but I'll look it up at some point. All right, so one of the weird things, and I kind of attribute this to grass is a different surface. It's a shorter season than the hard court and the clay. You have basically, a month-ish?
3 weeks.
Yeah. Less than a month.
Less than a month.
And if you went deep into the clay season in the French, you have even less time, and it's a hassle. So... But so many seeds went down. I mean,
so many upsets.
Like you took some of them down.
Yeah, Pegula, Goff, Tiafoe, Bublik, Medvedev,
Zverev, Zhang,
Mukova, Musetti, Mickelson,
Chapo,
Tsitsipas,
Musetti. Yeah,
These
Musetti.
are like the first 2 rounds.
I thought Musetti was going to go at least quarters, maybe, and then he did not get there. I mean, looking at some of these.
Well, it's a quick turnaround from the French Open.
Yeah.
Different movement. No one, I guess the English players a little bit like kind of grow up on grass, but the rest of them, I think it's like the first time. And, and if you're only on it for 3 weeks out of the year.
Yeah. It's here and gone before you know it, right?
The bounce is a little bit different. It stays down a little lower. So it favors flat hitters and servers.
And slices. And, slice and dicing.
Yeah.
It's slippery, I guess. So you slide differently than clay. Like Jack Draper, I mean, he was out in the 4th round to Silich. I mean, that was a weird one, right?
A lot of pressure on him as a Brit, and he's having a great year, and he's
been a monster.
Step below Alcaraz and Sinner.
Mm-hmm. So, other player standouts, I had Shelton. He had a win over I'm going to say this name wrong. Hijikata? I don't know. 2 days. It ended. He was up, like, was it 5-4 or whatever in, I don't know if it was a 3rd or 4th set. Play suspended, and then he comes out the next day and he wins it in like 90 seconds.
So apparently, I guess in England it stays light, like pretty late.
Yeah.
And so it's like 9 p.m. there, 9:30, and they were on the outside courts, so they have an 11 o'clock curfew too.
Yeah.
So he's serving for the match.
Well, he was up like 5-3, and then no, he was was he serving?
Yeah.
No, he was he was receiving because he served the next morning, and Hijikata, whatever his name is, he held, and then they suspended play,
right?
And he was pleading like, "Let me play it out. I'll finish it up in 60 seconds," and they wouldn't. So then he comes out the next day, second on, because that's what happens when you're continuation from a delay like that, and he won it and hit 4 big bombs and done.
Yeah.
Literally like 90
still
or
has to
70.
stress like I got to finish this off. You have to think about it. You have to do all your post and pre-game.
You
don't get to chill.
No, and
you haven't won anything.
I mean, he got through. I mean, I think he got to the. Didn't he get to the quarters or? I can't remember who he lost to. Alcaraz, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dimitrov, tough way to be out of Wimby. I mean, he was up 2 sets. And
he looked amazing.
I think it was 2-2 in the 3rd before he kind of tore his
pectoral muscle.
Yeah. So,
which is a major injury. I was telling you, I've seen guys do it at the gym. It's weird. Like your muscle just kind of like rolls off like into your arm. I mean, obviously, as a tennis player,
they said it was a slight. I think I saw this on X.
Surgery.
It was it's partial muscle tear, so he'll miss Bastad, Canada, and Cincy, and then he's projected to return to the US Open, provided he heals up well. But
he still was in a hospital with surgery, so
absolutely.
You don't know.
Yeah. So you saw that at the end, like he couldn't even raise his arm on his own to shake the umpire's hand or chair umpire, when he came out from the medical timeout.
He was crying and obviously a lot of pain, but he was giving Sinner everything he had, and he had him on the ropes.
And no one's given Sinner any problems.
No.
Like not even, I felt like the final, we can talk about in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was a tough one.
And I think he's retired from every major, like...
Oh, God. This is 5 in a row.
5?
5 majors in a row.
Just didn't finish the matches.
If there was a prop bet available, I think there might have been if you were at
He's
the time.
mid-30s, though, right? He's
up there. Yeah. He's up there. The time is catching up with him for sure because he's been injured. Yeah, like 5 Grand Slams in a row. I don't know where that weird stat sits with other players, but yeah, it's crazy.
Sucks. Well-liked guy, and he's... really fun to watch. One-hander.
He's
super talented.
I think I saw an X. If you want to see the last remnants of Federer play the Wimbledon, watch Dimitrov play because he he's kind of like baby Federer.
Yeah, they called him baby Fed.
Yeah. So. All right. So women's final. I mean, if you blinked, you missed this thing. But Anisimova against Iga Świątek. Now Anisimova, that's a story, right? She kind of was like. Rising star, took a break for how long? Like,
I think a year.
A year. took out Sabalenka in the semi, number one. I felt like each match, it was like an emotional hurdle for her, where it was like, oh, I did it, and she gets to the final, and 0-0. I mean, it was done in like probably, I want to say 30 minutes, but I could be wrong. It was about that. It was.
She's a Russian that was born in the United States.
Yeah.
She was born in New Jersey, where I'm from, and I used to live in Miami Beach, and she lives there. And one time I went to the public courts, and she was there practicing next to me.
That's awesome.
She didn't want to have anything to do with us. What I took away was just amazing ball striker. Like, just sounds different when you're next to a pro. Like, there's like a pop of the racket.
Yeah. That racket
and
speed.
I'm 6'1". She was about my size, like really for a woman. Like she was really big. A really good looking girl. I guess her father passed, and then she just got so stressed. She was like, I need a break. I thought she was done, and then I followed her on social media. It just seemed like she was partying all over Miami Beach. And then I know she did artwork, and then she donated some of the proceeds because she sold, it was good paintings for like mental health.
Yep.
And then to come back, I don't know what she started at, probably in the 300s. Right?
She dropped out of for almost 400.
Okay.
I think it was when she fell out for not playing. But
and I believe she's top 10 now or top 15, right?
Yeah, I mean she's rising up the ranks.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad. I mean. From an American standpoint, it's awesome. We've had a different American in every Grand Slam the last four.
Yep.
Keys. Who am I forgetting? Who won the Australian?
Coco Gauff.
Well, Coco, but
Pagula.
I was thinking Pagula. Pagula, Keys, and then Goff, and then Anisimova. But man, it was like Iga figured out how to play on grass. She's kind of been under the radar. Maybe some say the pressure of not like being so great in the French kind of helped maybe her like, okay, I have a new goal to kind of win on grass. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, she was dominating the tour for a couple of years there, and then Sabalenka's like raised her game, and Sabalenka's been number one by far.
But Iga's not been a great grass. Like, you don't think of her as she's gonna go deep into Wimbledon and win it for sure. You're kind of like, well, maybe.
Well, I know she got a new coach. She puts a lot of pressure on herself, and she's like super intense, and doesn't seem like a lot of lightheartedness there. You know what I mean? Like
it's all business.
Yeah, all business.
She's
I think if you're like that, you just can't. It's hard to like maintain like intensity like that. So that probably catches up with you. And then she's won a lot of French Opens, and it's really difficult to win, celebrate, and then grass. Let's do this. So they said that, and then she was losing to a lot of these like big hitters, and a lot of like upsets of her the last year or so, and she hadn't won a tournament in over a year.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So she was always one of the best players, best movers. There was just something mentally or a burnout, and obviously she's got it back. And
wow,
they were making these. They were calling her the baker because a bagel is when you lose you don't win a game, it's 0. So the score looks like a bagel. And then when you win 1, it looks like a breadstick.
Yep.
She didn't want to have anything to do with that. She didn't like embrace that. But that's rare because all these pros, it's very close. So it's rare that, especially in a final.
Yeah, that was you didn't watch it, right?
No, I just watched the highlights. I sat this one out.
You had other things going.
I had other things going on.
I mean, I was home and kind of happened to be home and turned it on. I mean, like I said, it was done like 30-some minutes. So for a final, you kind of thought, okay, this is gonna last a little longer. But I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And it was just like hard. It was like I don't want to bag on Anisimova, but it was like a car crash. You're like, okay, you're down 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. Okay, set 1 done. All right. Come on, here we go. 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Oh crap! And her face, like as it went on, like you can tell, like oh F.
And she started crying.
Like okay, it's one thing I'm playing in the Wimbledon final. There's no one in the locker room, the prestige of it all, and then now Iga's just like got full on the gas, and I'm gonna go down in a Wimbledon final without a game. I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah, sometimes in sports, people are just really happy to be there versus someone that's won 5 already.
Yeah.
So I think she had no experience. She was so happy to be there, especially we just went over her story.
And she'd never played Iga before. There's no head-to-head. That was their first meeting, so that she doesn't even have a baseline of what to expect from her, too. So
Yeah.
that's even worse.
Right. She's got a heavy forehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch it, she just didn't, and I'm not her, and I'm probably not going to be in that same spot, but
Probably.
she did not change tactics at all. Like, she just kept trying. A little bit, she kind of like, at the end, the last few games, she's like, all right, I'm going to try to attack her forehand, because she was doing a little errors, but then it was just nothing. No, she would just keep trying to muscle her way in, and it wasn't working.
It's interesting how a lot of the pros don't change. They're like, this is my game, and I'm just going down. It's like, all right, like, you have to do something different. Come to the net.
Yeah.
Start slicing more.
Yeah.
Moon ball, whatever. Mix it up.
Anything to get Iga out of that like mindset, so she could squeak her way back in, because nothing worked. But we'll see how she does back on the hard court.
She's a good hardcore player.
Yeah.
It makes everything interesting because the women's game, Sabalenka is not as dominant as she was 6 months ago. And, there's at least 10 women, 10 to 12 women that could win a major.
It's wide open. I feel like it's a little wide open right now. There's a lot of Americans are a contender.
Yep.
Coco, Pegula, Emma Navarro. Even some that I don't feel like are at that
Anna
level,
Samova.
like Anna Samova. But there's Keys, and there's a few that I can't think of names now. But there's a lot. There's a lot of Americans on both sides that are doing great. Just to go back to the semi, did you catch, like, I guess Sabalenka was all mad at her, and Anna Samova kind of towards the end? Did you see that little?
I saw that it hit the tape, and then she fist pumped, and she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna say like you're sorry?" It's like, all right.
Well, there was
a weird tradition to begin with.
There was that one, yeah, right, and then there was another one where, I guess it was the end of the first set, and she hit a really good, like, a good shot, and she cheered before Sabalenka could really get her shot off onto it. That pissed her off.
It was grunting.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, it was something.
And she said something to the umpire, and then Anna Samova responded like, she does it every point. What she does.
Right, yeah.
She screams. It's annoying.
I don't know if this is true, but there's an account on X that posts this stuff that I feel like is parody, but it'll be like, can you believe they put this on the screen? And it was like a picture of Sabalenka, and then the little graphic was like loudest grunts by megahertz, and it was like Sabalenka, and then all these other types of noises like planes and stuff, and I'm like, that is not real, but that's funny.
They all grunt a little bit, but Sharapova was the first one that just was so loud and ridiculous, and now it's varied, but yeah, it's kind of annoying.
I mean, there is some letting that out a little bit, the grunting.
It's supposed to be like releasing the breath and the tension.
Yeah. But some people take that
Have you
a little
ever heard
weird.
the guys go, like someone... Have you ever heard that one?
I got one better for you.
Even when you're playing... People at our league, I do it sometimes. I don't do it every point. But I remember I played this guy. He's like, It's like, all right, that's...
So I was playing they're on the court next to us.
Oh, okay. It wasn't him.
It wasn't him. No, he's fine. The court next to us, some older dudes, and there's this one guy. Every shot, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, he wasn't celebrating winners?
No, every shot. They were just hitting the whole. It was like 3 guys. 2 and 1, they were just because they didn't lost their 4th or something, I guess. And the one guy, every time he hit a shot, ground stroke, no matter what, he just yes. And at first, I'm like, you hear in the background because you're playing. You're like, oh, he must be really having a good time over there, hitting some good shots. And then, on the changeover, we look over and we're like, oh, he's doing that on every ground stroke.
That's weird. I played this woman. She was a lot better than me, and she grunted on every shot. I don't know.
You do YOLO. It's fine.
It gets a little annoying. Listen, I do it. I don't do it every shot, but I have to do it a little bit. But yeah,
you just got to learn to not get too don't let it bug you. But it is funny once you notice it.
Well, once you're losing, everything starts to bug you.
Once you're losing, you notice everything, and you get annoyed by all stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so we just saw the final. Sinner won that in 4. I really thought he was going to win at least 5, but
they said that the strategy was the backhand down the line because Alcaraz shades over to try to get more forehands, and he served unbelievable.
Yeah, he did. There's a few of those exchanges. One of the 16 or 18 shot that were freaking sounded like cannons going off on each side. It's just wild, those two. But like I said,
he's averaging close to 90 mile an hour.
I know, right?
Ground strokes.
That's
insane.
It's crazy. The dude, what was it? The last 8 Grand Slams, or 7, I guess, have all been Sinner and Alcaraz.
I like both of them. I like Carlos better because he's more electric and he's got more variety. Mm-hmm. He's more likable. Sinner's fun to watch, but he just seems like a robot, no emotion. The drug thing, failing that drug test kind of bothers me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the jokes are going to come out.
I'm Team Carlos. I don't hate Sinner, but.
No, I don't hate. I was a big Sinner fan up until that whole, doping thing. But you can't deny. I kind of felt like, okay, one person is giving him trouble this whole tournament, and I feel like he's probably got to edge his way through to against Alcaraz today, and it did happen. But
it just seems like these other guys are not even close to these two. No. Like Tommy Paul, maybe. Yeah, I guess Fritz, Draper. I would have to look who else is Alex Zverev.
I don't know about that. I want to say Zverev, but he can't.
I don't think so.
He doesn't. Yeah. I don't know.
I think one of those guys can. Even when we had the big 3 and the big 4, Stan Wawrinka won, and I think Chilik won.
Yeah.
So I think an American, one of these guys could squeeze one in. If these guys would have to get hurt, or just. Maybe Alcaraz is more prone to be off, whereas Sinner is just more consistent.
I've heard that in commentary, and I see it. Alcaraz will look like he kind of wanders off for a set.
And he tries more stuff, and he's more high risk.
And then he'll oh yeah, that's right. I'm Alcaraz. I'm gonna go win this.
Well, Fritz had 2 set points.
I thought that was gonna go to 5. And then it didn't. It ended right there and at 4, and I was kind of surprised by that. But yeah, Sinner's just a machine.
They've won the last 8.
Yeah. It's 7.
The last
25. So Wimby Sinner, French Open, Carlos, Australian was Sinner. U.S. Open was Sinner last year. Wimbledon, Carlos. French Open, Carlos. Australian Open, Sinner. And then U.S. Open 23 was Djokovic. That was the last person to win a Grand Slam that wasn't Sinner or Alcaraz.
And Sinner really doesn't lose to anyone but Alcaraz.
Pretty much. Yeah. I think he's got
to be a heavy favorite for the U.S. Open.
On hard court. Yeah. Unless Tommy Paul and TFO figure out how to get
the crowd in.
Yeah, or even Fritz, if he can. I felt like he played better against Carlos in this semi, but still.
He had a great tournament. Yeah. And, his year wasn't that great, but
Yeah. All right. Well, it'll be interesting to see how
And the women's, we didn't talk. Or did we already say this? But
we said the women's final. We talked about it as short as long as the match was. That's terrible to say, but yeah. I mean, we didn't talk about like back to the semis. I mean, it was going back up the draw a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about Sabalenka a little bit. That was a big hurdle for Anisimova. Right. Bencic, I guess, was the other semi, right? That was kind of a surprise.
Right.
I mean,
she was always a solid player.
Yeah.
And she had a big kid like a year ago and came back. So
she took
that's
out
impressive.
Andreeva in the quarter. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be Andreeva and Iga, and that would have been a good, tough matchup there.
Andreeva's another player that's going to be contending. I think she's 18 or 19.
She's young. She's super young. She'll get there soon, I feel like. So, yeah, good stuff. I mean, the whole, like...
And then I like where we go from here, because I think we go, like, D.C., Cincinnati, Canada, and then U.S. Open.
It's the whole hard court swing here, and
gets really hot, and courts are a little bit quicker.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to see where everyone sits, and are we gonna have another seed upset in the next few tournaments? I don't know. I mean,
and did you watch the post ceremony?
For the center,
yeah,
a little bit, but not. I kind of had it
maybe
on.
Maybe just so used to winning, is he's like, there's no tears. He's just like, people go nuts when they win, and then Alcaraz, it just didn't. It wasn't like he.
Well, he doesn't get.
I guess because they're so young and they know they're so good, they're like, "Hey, I'll be at the next one."
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Sinner, he really holds those close to his chest. That emotion.
He handled that French Open loss pretty well. He was crying a little bit.
Yeah.
Alcaraz today, he wasn't crying or anything.
He's always happy though. He's always smiling. Even like
still lose a final.
Yeah, it's tough on him for sure. It's very emotional.
It's the only sport you got to sit there as a loser and
I know, and you
do a ceremony.
I will say it was a little rough to watch I did watch a bit of the trophy ceremony, and they do that post the interview. That was a little tough with Alcaraz. So he was a little like I could have won this again, but I mean whatever, he'll be back. No doubt about that. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the hard court brings, and hopefully the rest of these players that got out early spent extra time to figure out what happened and bring it next few weeks. WTF moments, headlines, random topics. Bill Ackman, billionaire, hedge fund manager, CEO.
Yeah.
I guess he's involved in the player PPTA, whatever it's called. He's involved in that somehow.
Okay.
So the deal was it's the this used to be like a not a challenger event. It was like
ATP.
But it's a challenger event.
It was a 250.
It was, but now it's just a challenger event. It's at the Tennis Hall of Fame. It's on grass. It's in, I think, New England.
Rhode Island.
Right, exactly. So Sock got what happened is Jack Sock got if you didn't know and you live on a rock, got a wild card to play in that tournament. And when you get a wild card, you can pick anyone you want as your partner. Doesn't matter who that person is. You can just bring anyone. You could have got into that tournament if he liked you enough. Apparently, you didn't have the money to pay him.
Wait, I thought Bill Ackman got it and chose Jack Sock.
No, Jack Sock got the wild card and he picked his partner.
There had to be something, like, why would he pick that guy? Like, they're just friends, or it's some kind of business relationship?
Everyone got something out of that, and I don't know what. I mean,
had to got something
like,
out of it.
The tournament probably got something. Sock got something. He's part of the player association somehow. I don't know if
he's retired, though.
I'm talking about Bill Ackman is part of the PPTA somehow. He's somehow like he supports it financially, or he's on the board or something. He's involved.
They had to get someone with a name, an American with a name there, because no one else is going to play that.
I mean,
it's a challenger.
I didn't even know about it. I was happening to watch. I watched the Something Major, Nothing Major podcast or whatever, and they had, hey, everybody, Sock's coming out of retirement. He's going to play at Newport. I'm like, okay, you're playing doubles, cool.
I watched the match on YouTube, and Bernard Tomic, wasn't this an older player too? Like he
so
they must have paid him to go there.
Well, no. So Tomic was a really good player, top 10 Australian, right?
A long time ago.
Time ago, but he's been rooting around the challengers for the last, I don't know.
In doubles?
Well, he played singles too.
Okay.
But, you know, he was there singles because I saw he played Eubanks and beat him.
Okay.
In an actual singles match there. But, yeah, so, you know, these guys, they'll play doubles just to, you know,
so
to do it.
this is my observation.
Yeah.
Bill Ackman. I would say he's like at my level. I'm like a 4, a 4.5, depending. Listen, you throw me with the pros or anyone watching. So he had a decent serve.
Yeah.
And that was it. I mean, it was like you can tell he's not a professional athlete the way he was moving.
Yeah.
And then Jack Sock he's still good. And the other guys were just holding back. Like they were not ripping shots at him or anything.
Yeah, so like the internet either didn't care about this or hated it, right? So
well, they hate it because he's a billionaire and he didn't deserve it, and it's kind of taking away for someone. But
right.
It got us talking about it. It got other people interested in it.
Maybe that was the reason.
This guy,
who knows?
This guy did it. You're gonna have to put it up. I think it's a tweet, and he's like,
"Oh yeah, I saw that."
He was like praising how hard it is to play live, which,
yeah,
you know, I've never done it. So when I play matches, like, you know, there's 4 or 5 people. That's a lot. And how nervous he was, and he's a big shot speaker, and never nervous with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he throws in, like, I regularly play with, like, D1 players and former pros. I'm like, yeah, sure. It's like, you're not even, like, a 5-0. Like, you're okay.
Yeah, Roddick was ripping on the... Did you see Roddick ripped on this quite a bit on his podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, part of me doesn't give a crap, whatever.
I don't care.
You know, if he got in there and the rules allowed it, fine. I know the tournament said, oh, this is a learning opportunity for us. I don't know what that means.
It got people to probably go there and then talk about it and tune in. So I don't, it's weird.
It was basically an EXO in a nutshell.
They call it a hit and giggle.
A hit and giggle.
You know, and they...
Yeah.
Because the other guys were not... You could... Sometimes they were trying, sometimes they weren't. And, like, when they're trying, they're ripping their forehand at the guy. Wouldn't you just rip every shot at the weaker player?
Absolutely.
They were not doing that. They were sometimes, you know, in the EXOs, they want to keep the ball in play, and then they'll do trick shots, and then...
You could tell they weren't... Tomic was not nailing the shots at all. I mean, the scoreline is what, 6-1, 7-5, so they probably killed that first set, and they're like, okay, we're going to win this, we might as well just...
So he held serve once, and listen, serve looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Again, for a club player. And he's probably someone that plays every day, takes a lesson, like, you know, 3 times a week.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, probably plays every day.
It gets us talking about it. It's interesting.
There had to be some kind of financial situation, too.
There has to be.
Yeah.
We'll find out later on.
Yeah.
But, you know, if the Tennis Hall of Fame all of a sudden has an expansion.
Exactly. He probably did a donation.
You know that something's happening.
Yeah.
All right, you had Sinner and opera singer collab.
Oh,
I didn't
my God.
look this up, but talk about it, and then I'll put something maybe on the screen later.
It was really bizarre. You're going to have to show the video.
Okay.
I believe it's Pavarotti. Andrea Bocelli, which is a famous singer. So it's like video of Sinner as a kid, like a boy. It's kind of like creepy, And he... Yeah, turn it off so I can just talk about it, and then you can play it over me.
There, I'll just...
All right, so it's a new song that he released. Obviously, Sinner is the biggest thing in Italy, so I think that was part of it to get the release. And he has Sinner with a racket in his hand and a ball at the piano, just like looking at him, like gazing at him. He's singing this beautiful song. He's got a beautiful voice. Then they go and they show like him as a kid, both of them as kids. Him like on the ski, like winning a ski thing pedestal, and then center, the song's in Italian, but then center speaks in English, like, and he says like a bunch of stuff about in life you have to things happen, and then it'll show him at the piano, and it's just like kind of creepy, like I don't know, it's just like it just was really bizarre and creepy.
Like, someone thought this was a good idea then. Obviously
he must have got paid a lot of money, or maybe he's a big fan, or it must be some kind of Italian, they have similar I don't know, I guess they wouldn't have similar agents, but yeah.
Wow.
He's just sitting at the piano looking at him. Then they like staring at each other's eyes and like laughing. They're at the table. They're shaking hands.
This looks like AI. It doesn't even look real.
So bizarre.
Is this an AI video? I mean, it's 2025. Yeah. Anything's possible.
It's kind of like, how like the rich gay guys have like boy toys?
Oh, no.
It's kind of a little bit like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That is so odd.
I don't know why he did that.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Right before the tournament, he fired his physio team, which is not great timing.
Yeah, and then his coach his last year, right?
Cahill's
last year, he's going to be on the team.
Obviously, nothing really phases this guy's tennis robot.
Obviously, tennis robot. All right, so the Podolski Tsitsipas experiment is over. You notice they stopped unfollowing each other. Then, like a day later, like there was news that came out that they're no longer a couple. I mean,
they're both struggling physically and with their games. I think they both have back problems. So
I wonder why. Less time on the court and less time in a different type of thing. But anyways,
as like a month ago or 3 weeks ago, they were gushing over, like they were telling the story of like when they first met and how they were like so like in love and attracted to each other and hard to talk to each other when they first met. Bizarre.
He was on that challenge. I always get the name of that podcast wrong. Changeover.
Yeah,
he was on there, and they asked him, is not, no offense or anything, but is that a distraction?
Has to be.
And he was like, no, it's perfectly, we love each other and it's amazing and it's nothing like that. And all of a sudden, like within like days to a week or so, it's done. And but he's not doing well. He's not doing well on the court. And just to kind of piggyback from there, I mean, his new coach is I'm forgetting his darn name right now. For me,
Grigor.
Oh yeah, Ivanisevic.
Yeah.
I tried to find a video for this, and it's not in English, and I didn't take the time to figure out.
No, it was it was like called the clay.com or something. I read the article.
Okay, yeah. Though there's a YouTube link with the video, but it's not in English.
Regardless, they're both tennis players traveling the world. They're not around each other much. There's a lot of pressure on you. You need someone, I think, because traveling, you need someone to be able to travel with you everywhere.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just to have that companionship and I don't know, maybe a break from tennis, but I think maybe they like it because they can relate to each other. But But if you think of most people in their 20s, they go through a lot of relationships. This is just like highly, doing the social media stuff and.
Well, I mean, they're both pros.
Yeah,
they're going through something. They're going through something similar. Right. So
it's not shocking.
It's not shocking, but I mean, if their careers are kind of suffering, they probably need to take a step back and figure out. But but what I was getting at is that what Ivanisevic said, the whole started bagging on him. Like, I mean, I don't know. This is where I was talking about. I didn't know if this was real.
It's real.
He wants.
It's taken out of context when you read it.
Yeah, he wants, but he doesn't do anything. All I want, but I don't see what the progress. I was shocked, and never seen a more unprepared player in my life. Now, I heard this was a little out of context.
He meant like physically, he's not prepared. Conditioning,
right?
And he's got a back problem, and I I think other people see that and they're like, oh my God, you got to fire this guy saying all these bad things. Like, it was taken out of context. If you really read it, this guy was just saying how all these players, which is true, are miserable. They're on, like, he made the joke, like, antidepressants. And he said that he should be definitely top 10, you know, really top 5. He's got to change a little bit of the serve. And he's got off-court problems, which, you know, it's got to be his girlfriend and his dad has been the coach. His dad has always been the coach. The dad has always caused problems.
Right.
And then he's never had a success with another coach besides the dad. He just keeps on going back to the dad.
I don't know. I don't know what he needs, but maybe, you know, even
just get healthy. Right. He's good enough to get back. He's a really good player.
He's talented for sure. He just hasn't won. He doesn't have the results, and he has a lot of potential. But and now there's, you know, Sinner and Alcaraz now, and All right, court to camera. Novak has a Netflix deal. I don't know where
Doesn't
that's
everyone
at.
have a Netflix
Everyone
deal?
has a Netflix deal. $13.5 million contract with Netflix.
Wow.
So we'll see that at some point.
I believe they've been following him around for a while.
Ah, okay. Okay. Cool. You noticed Rublev had an ATP.
Yeah, ATP did a doc.
Yeah.
I can't really comment on it. We haven't watched it, but it's supposedly talks about his life, and then he's had a lot of mental problems. He's really hard on himself, and mental health
for sure. Yeah,
these all these guys got
they all have mental health stuff to a degree. I mean, the tour is demanding, runs almost all year round. They have no off season.
They start at 6 years old. They don't have normal childhoods. They don't have normal social things.
That was one of
You're on the road.
Yeah.
Your sleep's messed up. You know, there's a lot. The social media they get on, everyone yells at, you know, says all these really bad stuff, racist stuff, and because they lose gambling bets.
Who was the one that was talking about?
If you're just a public person in general, you should not. I think there's a thing where you just can't even like message someone. Like,
you can't read the comments basically in that show.
Yeah,
you don't, for your own mental sake.
And they must get crazy DMs.
Well, now that betting is just a commonplace now, I bet you, like, and I thought I saw a player talk about this, like he or she, I don't remember who said it, gets so much hate when they lose. Maybe it was at Monfils, or I don't remember. Someone said it.
They all do, yeah.
Like, I get so much hate when I lose a match. I get so much hate because they had all their money on me, and it's, well, whatever. That's your risk.
It's hard for us to lay it. I think I have like 500 or 1,000 followers. You know, these people have millions.
Yeah.
And, any public person.
And the prop bet thing is like crazy. I know Buddy Money does the prop bet stuff on the tennis sometimes, and I mean, it'll be like
it's a total scam.
Yeah. Like, oh, how many double faults this guy got to have in this game, and you know, or that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think you can bet point by point too.
Yeah, you can totally do that, and All right, some average Joe stuff, some local tennis news. So
your club got bought.
The Sarasota Sports Club got acquired. Heritage HEG. We talked about this last time. They took over on July 1st. They closed the club for like 7 days. They're going to start renovation. So the clubhouse and gym is closed off. The bar, they're going to renovate that. Who knows how long it's going to take.
I mean, it's from the 80s.
Yeah, it's old. It needs it for sure. It opened back up on the 7th. I did re-sign with them. And
any upgrades to the courts?
I haven't been there yet. So we'll see how it goes. They've been working on courts. Like I was there the last... Like, they ended on June 30th. I played that Monday, and they had closed the back courts. They had a lot of them closed off to start working on them. So, the back shitty ones, 15, 16, all those, they had them all 3 or 4 of them all closed off. So what I heard, and you kind of heard this too, is they're going to get rid of court 1 and get court 14. They're going to put 4 padel courts where court 1 is, and 4 pickleball courts where court 14 are, which are kind of weird because those are the only 2 that were like their show courts for the Sarasota Open.
Yeah, my source, they work for them, so it's pretty much confirmed.
Yeah.
And they're going to do that at this other club that they own in Lakewood Ranch.
Same
So
thing.
they're taking tennis courts away and they're putting padel and pickle, at both courts.
Yeah. Whatever.
Not good for us tennis players.
No. So now, when I was on a text chain, they were talking about that. And, one's like, it's like, where the hell is the Sarasota Open's going to be then next year if they're taking out the show courts? Because the only two courts that met the size requirements for ATP, they're going to pull out.
Maybe they'll build another one.
Well, maybe. They probably will build better. But there was talk of maybe just putting, since they both own both clubs now, maybe they'll do it at Lakewood Ranch instead
they're
of
taking the show court out.
Yeah, I don't understand
Ranch
that.
too.
When you told me that, I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense to me with Lakewood Ranch because that's the only court that
They
would
have a
fit.
great show court there.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's a cool show court. I don't know. The other rumor, and I put on a note I heard was part of Sarasota Open going to SCC was whatever her name is that owns that tournament. She put a bid to buy that club, and she got outbid basically by HGG.
Okay.
Elizabeth Moore. I don't know if that's substantiated. That's kind of what I heard, but then kind of made sense. Like, I can own a court, I can own a club and a tournament.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out. So, we'll see what happens. You're the Meadows open back up, right?
So the Meadows is a golf course, and they have a tennis club. They've been mismanaged.
Yeah, they had to
they're in
close for a little
financial
bit.
distress. So it's up in the air. But the tennis, they want to get people there so they can get some income coming in. So you pay $100 for the off season, which in Florida goes until October 31.
Okay.
And then you can pay to play. So I think pay to play is $12 or $8 depending on the time. Nice courts.
Yeah.
Not sure if they'll be around.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
It just seems like there's less and less tennis courts, so it's less public places to play, less private places to play. So it's not good for us tennis players.
I know. I mean, Payne's still there. It seems busy. They obviously have enough to redo their little front, entry
They
lobby
have
area.
upgraded.
Yeah.
I like the bar. I like Payne. It's closing early. I don't like that. We play these league matches. We need more time. You can't play in 90 minutes. And then the court that I played on last week was terrible. And I told them, it was dangerous. It felt like concrete.
Oh, wow.
In this one section.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
It was kind of off, which that's sad. That's messed up. The same court we were on 2 days before, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Try not to book that one anymore.
Yeah, I just usually grab whatever's open. But okay, so court, I think that was 10. I have to look back. Interesting stuff. You've been doing...
Well, we played a set, and...
Yeah, we played a set.
Not to talk trash, but I usually win. Pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't...
Yeah, you compete
I
more
don't
than
think
I do.
you've ever beaten me,
No, I've gotten close, but
in
I've
a
never...
match. And then the sets I've been winning. But you won the set. We played a tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
You won 7-6.
Yeah, and just to note, this was...
It's the best I've seen you play in a while.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with pace lately.
Yeah.
I feel better with my slice. I'm not looping it as much. I'm kind of keeping it low, which is good. I guess the only thing I'll note with that, you've been kind of struggling on your back end. You said a little bit, right?
My game's been struggling, yeah.
And I fed probably 70 to 65% to your back end on purpose.
Well, I told you.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
You did ask for it, and so I did. And yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're struggling with something and I gave you a bunch, and so maybe if I gave you more of your forehand. Now, I will say, if I gave you any of your forehand and it sat a bit, you put it away really, really well, or it was a hard shot to get back. But your backhand, you kind of... I felt like you were going for... no margin.
Yeah, so I... in the beginning of the... I won about 8 matches in a row, and I was feeling myself, and I was winning, I think, a combination of playing players that I'm better than, but I was also just serving really well and getting a lot of points on my serve, especially on the hard court.
Yeah.
And then I haven't played clay in a while, and I got on the clay, and this guy is just a better player and 71 years old.
That's awesome.
He's been playing tennis longer than I've been alive.
Probably playing like 2 or 3 times a day.
Plays a few times a week, takes a lesson a week. He was an Ivy League player. He won these tournaments. I don't think they're pro, but this guy is good, especially for a 71-year-old. And he beat me pretty easily. I was just awful, and I just that was just him better. So it wasn't like, I mean, I think I could beat him, but he just played better. So it started pouring, down 4-1, so we had to continue the match. So I'm learning that you can either do that, and then some people just report the score, like, all right, we didn't finish, this is the score, and then there's some kind of scoring. But we agreed to come back. So then, listen, this is where I make all my excuses. So he lives in this court that takes an hour with traffic. It's usually a half hour without. So I was in the car for an hour. Then I get out of the car, I'm like a pretzel. This guy's there. He's been serving. He's all loose. He's ready. I could tell right in warm-ups I was awful. Like, I could not even hit the ball. I was just so bad. So he was up 4-1. I was serving to win that game. So it would have been 4-2. We came back. I won that. It was 4-2. Then he broke me. He wound up winning that 6-2. Then the second set, I played a lot better, but I lost at 6-4. So I was like, okay, maybe this guy's just better or whatever. I'm not that great on clay. And then I played another match the week after. I just couldn't serve. I would say about 12 to 14 double faults.
Ouch.
Which is brutal. I wasn't serving that great when you and I played, but not that bad.
No, you didn't double a ton.
And
you
my game really starts to fall apart on that. And just lost confidence. This guy, another old man, slice, drop shot, no pace, no spin, like just flat or slice shots. And the lights turned out when he had match point. I was tempted to just play it in the dark and lose, but I was like, and then he's like, all right, we can just record it. But
that's funny.
There's no way I should have lost to that guy. So I'm playing another guy on the hard court, I worked on my serve today, and I think I changed a couple things up. Cool. I worked on my backhand today, changed my grip up a little bit.
Nice.
This guy, I'm pretty confident that I can beat him, but we'll see what happens. I'm playing Tuesday, and then I have one match after that, and I think if I win either one of these matches, then I'll qualify for the playoffs. Cool. And I still think I can win the whole thing.
You're like 4-2 or 3-2?
Yeah, 3-2. I have 2 more matches left. But just really inconsistent player. I was serving well. I was playing really well. Like I said, people that I used to lose to, I was beating, feeling myself. That old man taught me a lesson, and then I'm just an inconsistent player. So my backhand has been bad, and my serve has been bad. So.
Yeah, I noticed it's
frustrating.
Yeah, you were kind of, there was no margin. Like I said, you were either painted lines or went right out. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, if you just kind of brought that in like a few inches. I gotta hit it
80%, and then I'm gonna be buying a new racket. I have the Clash because of the arm, and I love the Clash, but it doesn't handle pace well. No. It's very unstable racket, and I have a really good net game, so if someone hits it hard at the net, the racket moves in my hand. And if someone has some good topspin, it doesn't do that well. So I'm definitely going to get another arm-friendly racket, but something a little bit more stiffer. And
there's so many
we can
options.
Do some content on that. That'll be a lot of fun. But
anything you're thinking of?
I gotta get better, like, financial situation, because that's, you buy 2 rackets.
It's like
$600, right?
It can be. Yeah.
If I buy 2 rackets, it's gonna be around $300 all.
Yeah, you might get
$250 to $300.
You might get 2-3 depending on what you get. Yeah. I mean, there's so many options. Like, the 100 square inch ones, or if you want something more, well,
I definitely have to stick with the arm friendly, because I think I'm going to have arm issues. One, it's technique, but I had dislocated my elbow in my 20s in a snowboarding accident. So I just think I have to use a multi-string. I have to use arm-friendly stuff, but and the Clash is the most arm-friendly, but it's a little bit too much. I think I'm a little bit more advanced for it.
Yeah, you might want to try like a blade or I think there is what's the Federer racket that I can't think of the name of. There's an RF100. There's a bunch. Tectofiber, Babolat, you name it.
And I put a lot of weight on mine too. I have a lot of tape on mine. I have tape on the handle and all over the head. I got tape all over the racket. So that'll be fun. We'll do some content on that.
I probably should weigh your racket. You should weigh your racket. I'd be curious to see how heavy that thing is.
I think it's 312.
Oh, that's swing weight.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious how heavy it. You need that machine to get the actual swing weight.
I mean, when I put it on a food scale.
It's 312. Okay.
I don't know what swing weight really means, but
yeah, there's this like machine that you can you can get. And
when I weigh it, it's 312
grams. Okay. I think that's lighter than mine. Still.
It seems to be that people that aren't like pros should play under 320. Anyway, we can do whatever. This is a little bit. So
I was just curious.
I got to step up the game, and it comes and goes. But right now, it's gone. And I did reach out for a lesson, but I don't know if a serve lesson is great to try to just change your serve and when you're still competing. So I might wait until the league's over.
Oh, yeah, I guess my racket's 315 without strings, so I'd be curious. I should put it back on. Yours is what?
I don't know if you have a food scale. That's what I put it on.
Yeah, I got a food scale. Yeah. How heavy would you say yours was again? 312. 312? Yeah, so unstrung, mine's 315.
That was with mine strung.
Oh.
And I think the dampener on. The Clash is super light.
Yeah.
And then I started doing...
the vlogs. You've been doing the vlogs on the social media. Getting some attention there. Yeah. I love it.
I got a lot of feedback from friends. They're like, oh, do more of this. And my nephew said do more. But it's not as easy as you think it is. I was going to do like a pregame, then show highlights of the actual match, and then do post.
Yeah.
But I talk too much, and then you only have a certain amount of time. It's not unlimited when I have to do actual posts. But if you do a reel, more people see reels because I guess they promote that.
Yeah.
And you can see how many people saw it.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw it. And then 2 matches just didn't record. I used the Swing Vision. The tech... Yeah, I'm trying to use an Apple Watch and hook it up to the Swing Vision. And the purpose of that is to see that it's set up properly, and then you can look back at calls to see if they're in and out. How accurate is it? I think if you're on the camera side, it's accurate, but the far side I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
And then I wear contacts, and I can't see up close with the contacts on, and it's a tiny screen, so I can't even like really see it on my watch.
It's out. Can't you see?
I tried to show it to you.
Yeah,
it does say in or out, and it shows you the replay. It's kind of like on TV. It shows you the replay, like where it bounces and then it rewinds.
You know, I give it to the Swing Vision. The tech is awesome.
It's close.
I love it. It's close, but it is
not quite.
It can be way wrong. Like I saw the Swing Vision. You sent me the link of when we played. I'm like, I did not serve 115 on that one.
Yeah, so it's an app. It'll give you mile per hour. It'll show you spin. It'll show you where it landed in the court. It edits all the time in between.
Yeah, that's
what
huge.
I got it for. It's expensive though. I think it's 180 for the year.
Yep,
or 190.
That sounds about right.
And
I've thought about doing it.
You can do highlights of certain stuff. You're more tech savvy than I. It's not like I'm terrible at tech, but I'm not. I don't post a lot of social media. Like so it's something I want to do more, and I like doing, and I don't care like
that's fun
anymore. Like how I look or being judged, or you know what I mean.
Just be you.
I got a lot of good feedback.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time, like editing it and do all that stuff. That's why I have appreciation for you editing this stuff. I want to learn more about editing. I know, I've been here for a while. Another time you have to show me, but
yeah, for sure.
What do you think I should do though if I wanted to do that format? Because I think I can only post and do, the slide on the post. I don't think I can do a reel with 3 different things because it's not enough time.
So how long does it let you do? Like a minute, I would imagine.
90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Yeah.
So you want to show a part of your.
I want to show like who I'm gonna play. So for example, I would be like, I've played this guy before. I've lost twice. This is.
You know what some people do is.
And I don't mention the guys' names because.
Yeah.
People could see it, and I don't want to talk shit about it.
People get weirded out, especially if, there's been times where, when I used to record almost everything when I played, there has been times where like, I don't want you to put your camera up. So I'm like, all right, fine.
I've never seen anyone record me besides me.
Yeah.
And most people don't care. I played a great match, and this guy was wasn't a good, he was an amazing matchup for me. He's beaten me before in the past. He hadn't played in a while, and it was just my day. It happens like 3 times a year, and I just smoked him. I was playing great, and he got so. First, it was so, when you're losing, you feel bad for the person, like you're embarrassed. I've been there, and you're just like, oh man, I'm usually better than this. I have, all the excuses come out. I don't care. It's fine. And then he was like, please don't post this. You're not going to post this, right? Like, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to break down? So I didn't post it. Like, that was the only time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't post anything if someone doesn't want to see it out there or anything.
And I was borderline of like, he'll never see it. And then he saw it. Like, because my stuff's just public. And I saw that he saw it. But I'm respectful. I don't talk trash.
You didn't mention who he was.
No, I don't mention names. I give like a little bit about their background and if I know them. And then my strategy, and then I break down the match, and it's gotten a lot of good feedback, and I got to work on it. I'm not gonna say I want to be like a social media influencer, but this is all I look at on social media. So my thinking was, might as well do the content if that's all you look at. And now I have a lot more respect for these guys.
So some people have like they can superimpose. I don't know if it's easy enough to do in Instagram, but like, hey. Like in the background, it puts you in, kind of in the same shot as him playing this person, and you can have that going in the background.
I think I have something called Loom that does that.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. They're there, but then behind them is another video playing, and
that's what I'm gonna do.
And I think that might be the way to fit it all, so you're not going back and forth. Yeah. You can keep talking, but then have like B-roll in a nutshell, run at the same time. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Just because if you have a 90-second like window, you can't go back and forth. That might be the best way to do it. But
anyway, it's a little cringy, but I don't mind that I've just gotten over it, and the feedback's been good. Random people, never, oh my god. And then everyone says, I see that you're playing tennis, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's all I post about.
You've hit it if someone in Nigeria tries to funnel money through you.
But I know every young person wants to be an influencer, and I can see why. And I look at these tournaments. These guys are at the tournament. They have Lacoste sponsors. They're at like a Lacoste thing. They're out at ASICS, getting all the goodies. They're getting the tickets. And I'm like, oh, maybe if I can get there one day. That's what I was kind of thinking. But I'm like, all right. And
you follow some of these guys. They kind of do take the ones that get the most views, and they kind of take them to these events.
But they're former D1 players in their 20s.
Not all
these guys.
There's this guy called.
There's not like I'm pushing 50. There's no people like us, really.
No, but there's a guy who's I think it's called Winners Only. You ever seen that guy? Name's Trey. He's like literally at a 4.0 level right now. I think maybe 4.5. Right now, but he kind of started this journey like he found tennis. He was super excited.
Oh, former D1 football player guy?
Not that guy. Not that guy. He's a different guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's got like the way he shoots everything is very cinematic. So I think he's got like a film kind of background because he seems like he does everything cinematic. But he found tennis. He really loved it. And he kind of documented his journey from like, just starting out, and then he's got a really good serve, and then he's playing with other like tennis quote unquote influencers, and then like all of a sudden he was like, hey, Lacoste brought me to New York to show me their stuff, and
that's like my dream,
and
just to get the free stuff,
and that kind of stuff resonates because it's such a natural thing where it's not like
I would have to resonate with the olds, and the olds don't watch as much. No, really, what it made me appreciate social media people. Like it's not easy, and then production and content. So I'm a work in progress.
It's a lot. It's work for sure. I mean, you got to have a vision on what you want to do with it, and then just figure out how to.
My vision is
make it happen.
Show my journey and show competition.
Nothing wrong with that.
At the club level, I'm under 6.
UTR.
My UTR, I think it's 5.7 or something like that, and I'm told I should be somewhere in the 6s. And then I'm not a USTA player, but if I had to rate myself, I would probably play at 4.0. Because I watched that guy Carew, and he says he's a 9 UTR, and he's a 5, and those guys would smoke me.
Well,
so I'm definitely below those guys.
NTPR's...
And they're on camera and whatever. I don't know how much he's editing, but he's doing content, and I just make a lot more errors than those guys. Like, they're better. So I'm definitely not a 5.0. I think I could compete at 4.5.
Yeah.
And I think I could compete in the 6s as a UTR. Otherwise, that's my level.
I feel like the problem with UTR in this area, maybe it's just because it's fairly new, is that there aren't a lot of UTR opportunities unless you play the league, right? And even that, it's like 4 matches in the session, right? It's just so... And you can challenge people and all that crap, but I mean, it's...
The feedback that I've gotten... So I played it twice, and they had me in the wrong division. I'm playing 3s. 3s are people that really are beginners, and it wasn't close.
3,
And then he told me I could challenge, and I challenged above me, and I beat those guys. So I think that got my score up. And then I talked to the old man, who is a really good player, and he was like, "Yeah, I was like the highest UTR guy, or no one was higher than me." And then, what is the motivation for people to play down? Like, accept the challenge.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? All you can do is go down.
Go down, right?
I don't know how it works, but there's a lot of spam emails, and I never met the guy who runs the DR. Seems like a good guy. Here he's a good player. I mean, he was cool because I texted him, "Hey, next time I do this, I want to go up." And it's just too much to schedule because the Ultimate Tennis, you get 7 matches. It rains a lot here. It's just tough with the scheduling, and then
and you might have to travel like an hour, like you did.
The guys aren't that close, and especially in the summertime. And the guys that I met through it, so I met 2 guys through it. One's he graduated high school, and we played, and that's what I like best about the leagues, is just meeting people that I would want to play again, or be friends with. And he tells me that he's having problems just scheduling the actual matches, like the 4 that you're set for.
That's why people go to clubs, honestly. Like at SSC, I did that for a while because it was just easier to someone else is going to set up matches, even though there's a lot of doubles and you don't really get singles. But
maybe you appreciate Ultimate Tennis because there's a playoff format. Yeah. And but not everyone knows about either one. So
I think a lot of people know about Ultimate. They just tend to they fall into a group, and then they end up at a club, and then they end up in USTA leagues. I mean,
we met through it. I've met a lot of people through it. A lot of friends. The one in Miami is called Tennis Miami. It's a little bit different. Yeah. They just put everyone in a group, and then you go schedule, and then you can play the same person twice, and you need a certain amount of wins to do the playoffs. Just because Miami's kind of big and everything was kind of spread out a little bit, but I met a lot of friends through that, and then the Ultimate Tennis. Yeah, I've been stuck at this 5.0. It's not a real 5.0. It's probably 4.0, and
maybe 4.5, maybe. You think?
depends on certain players. The summers are usually weaker, and I'm right up there, and I think I can eventually win it. And then the people that have won it, I feel like I'm better than 2 of them that I know that have won it. So it's kind of like your draw and who's in it.
So I play. We're pretty close. He's probably a little better than me, but then sometimes I'll take
this out. No one cares about
no one cares any of that. But he's playing Ultimate.
Okay.
He got in at 4 because he didn't know.
So he's dominating.
He's not gonna qualify playoffs because he's probably won too much.
Yeah,
that's where he's at.
The first year, if you dominate, they don't like you. Yeah.
He's dominating everyone. And I told him, I said, when he got in, I'm going at 4. I'm like, I think you're going to kill everyone. You probably should go in 4-5, but try it out. And then he's like, yeah, it wasn't as fun because I was killing everyone and I have to go everywhere. And, at least when we all played at Payne, there's a few guys that are good. And so you felt like you had a challenge where, he's like, I don't know. I'm like, so I don't know the rule. Like, he was telling me some of the other guys think he'll get bumped up 2 levels from 4. I don't know. I thought you got a choice whether you wanted to go 4, 5, or 5
No,
from there.
so the guy that won the league last time is probably a legit 5-0, and he's new to the area, and he was a USTA, I believe, 5-0.
Uh-huh.
Listen, he was just solid, and he smoked everyone. And he started off at 4-5, won that, and then they bumped him to 5-0, and he was saying even then, he's like, I think they should have bumped me up twice. And I'm like, yeah, like no one's going to be even close to you. Like, and yes, that was an example. But really, what I want to do is to get. First of all, I gotta win, and you
gotta get past the old man tennis.
That's what I want to get past, the old man tennis. So then everyone's like a legit, decent player, like normal type of player.
Yeah,
I still got the olds in this.
I just wonder how many of those around that are.
There's a 5-5 league.
Yeah, how many people are in that 5-5 league? Like, I wonder. That's the question. Like, I'm not saying there aren't olds in the 5-5 league. We're in Florida.
Yeah, but
how many? I don't know. Like, I feel like the higher up you get, the pool is smaller, and that's good. So you're waiting out all, like...
When I say old, I mean just, like...
The pushers? Kind of?
Pushers and drop shots and slices. I want just, like, a normal style.
You want normal... You want some pace.
Pace, like a normal style.
Yeah.
And there's a guy in his 20s that's like that, and he could be a good player, but... Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But, all right. Cool.
So we'll see.
All right. Well, cool. It was great. Another great episode.
Yeah.
16 in. We'll see what look forward to the summer league. Hardcore. And it's already getting freaking hot. It's been getting hot, but it's kind of gross lately. But all right. See ya. Subscribe.